Hello and welcome to my channel Study with Me. Respected viewers and all my beloved listeners. Today we will straight away get into a postgraduate certificate course, that is a postgraduate certificate in agricultural policy. So this course has several blocks and each block is further divided into several units. So today we will listen to block 1 and subpart of block 1, that is MNR 001, that is unit 1, which deals with the topic Indian agricultural development. Block 1, the heading says Indian agriculture and overview, and it has 4 units. Unit 1 speaks of evolution, scope and diversity of agriculture. Unit 2, Indian farmers, traditions, beliefs and practices. Unit 3, agriculture and Indian economy. Unit 4, development of Indian agriculture. In unit 1, it has a definite structure which involves objectives, introduction, evolution, subparts of evolution are history of Indian agriculture, agriculture in prehistoric era, development in agriculture before independence, development in agriculture after independence, modern Indian agriculture, and global issues related to agriculture. Then we have scope. Subparts of scope are food security, efficient use of knowledge of agricultural sciences, efficient use of natural resources, development of new plant types, development of multiple resistance crop varieties, commercialization of agriculture, sustainable agriculture, risk management in agriculture, organic farming and post-harvest management. Then we have diversity. Then let us sum up keywords, then some useful books or preferences, and finally we have answers or hints to check your progress. So in all we have 8 parts in the structure and they are further divided into subparts which I read out. So let us now go directly into the objectives. That is 1.0. After reading this unit, you will be able to describe the changes in agriculture since the inception of civilization till today. Explain the change in farming systems involving crop production, animal husbandry, poultry, fisheries, piggeries, agroforestry, etc. Explain the changes in practices of crop management and discuss the modern site-specific agricultural production technology for sustainable agriculture with special reference to changing global needs. 1.1 Introduction. The word agriculture is derived from the 2 Latin words ager, referring to the soil, and cultura, referring to the cultivation. Thus, agriculture is a very broad term encompassing all aspects of crop production, livestock farming, fisheries, poultry, forestry, etc. Agriculture started with the civilization of human beings. All primary necessities of human life viz., food, clothing, and housing, are directly related with the agriculture. At present, agriculture are the main profession and the most important human economic activity worldwide. It differs from other industries being a biological process. Soil, water, air, seeds, land, and peasants are the six major pillars on which agriculture is based. The physical environment of soil, water, and air are the resource base. Next para. The principal objective of agriculture is to channelize as much as possible the energy from incoming solar radiation into crops and or livestock through efficient management practices as well as to minimize that is used by such potential competitors as weeds and pests. The physical resource base determines the level of use to which land can be most economically put to agriculture at a particular time. The natural variability of the physical environment makes agriculture one of the most unpredictable human activities. Soil, climate, and plants are three major components of agriculture. In the absence of any of these, agriculture is not possible. Growing plants in the existing land base under prevailing climatic conditions is basically agriculture. Both soil and climate together make the environment which influences the completion of plant life cycle. Environment of plants constitutes both soil and aerial, as root portion of plant is inside the soil and shoot portion of plant is exposed to the aerial atmosphere. Soil environments are amenable for manipulation or modification through tillage, irrigation, fertilizer application, etc. The physical environment of soil comprises of soil air, soil water, and soil temperature, while soil pH, electrical conductivity, and concentration of nutrients or minerals constitutes the chemical environment. The soil biological environment is constituted with the presence of living organisms, both flora and fauna, called soil microbiota. The aerial environment includes solar radiation, rainfall, temperature, relative humidity, and wind velocity. Basically, plants convert the environmental inputs like solar energy, carbon dioxide, water, and soil nutrients into economic products in terms of human or animal food or industrial raw materials. Now let us go to section 1.2, that is evolution. In this section, we will study the various phases of agriculture development over the period. Let us discuss the agriculture development under the following subheads. 1.2.1 History of Indian agriculture. India was the pastoral country before agriculture started. Concurrently, development of crops and animals took place, leading to the emergence of various types of farming systems that are now seen in different parts of the country. Most important contribution of India towards development of agriculture is the cultivation of rice, which is now staple food of Southeast and East Asia. Sugarcane, several legumes and tropical fruits like mango are also native of India. Mohenjo-daro to Harappa territory was the center of agricultural revolution in Indus Valley during the period 3000 to 1000 BC. The scene of this revolution was in the countries between river Nile and Ganges. Excavations in this area have revealed huge granaries. barley, wheat, sesame, peas, cotton, mustard, date palm, and lentil were the main crops during the period. Wooden plough and wheeled cart were in use. Harappans knew ginning, spinning, and weaving of cotton into cloth. Farmers used sling ball for scaring birds, cattle, buffalo, goat, sheep, pig, camel, ass, dog, and cat. These have special mention in the list of domesticated animals. Next para. About 1800 to 1600 BC, Aryans migrated to India and got mixed with the Harappans. Horses were the main domesticated animal besides cattle. Agriculture was the most important profession during Vedic age, 1500 to 1000 BC. Use of iron implements, particularly iron plough, became prevalent. Besides, barley, wheat, beans, sesame, millets, and rice are frequently referred in Vedas. The importance of trees is mentioned during Buddhist period, 600 BC. The importance of sowing season, climate, cloud, soil fertility, irrigation, and weed control has been emphasized several times in Mahabharata and Ramayana during the period 1000 and 500 BC, respectively. Irrigation from rivers, lakes, and reservoirs has also been mentioned. Next para. During 1st century of Christian era and 300 AD, cultivation of rice with irrigation from Kaveri river was the most important event in Indian agriculture. After 300 AD, during the period of Chandragupta II, Amarkosha was written, in which there is mention of classification of soil and land use, irrigation implements, and use of manures. Rice transplanting was practiced till that period, besides cultivation of several field crops, vegetables and fruits, etc. Next para. During Kannauj Empire of Harsha, 606 to 647 AD, fine scented rice was grown in Magad. Pomegranates and sweet orange were also grown during this period. There is mention about land manuring, crop rotation, irrigation, tillage, implements, crop protection, and meteorology in the book Krishi Parastra, written during 950 to 1100 AD. Several water reservoirs were made during the period 1336 to 1646 AD, and irrigation channels were constructed, and Anantaraja Sagar in Vijayanagar district of AP 1337 AD is one example. Later, Babur laid the foundation of Mughal dynasty in India. Except for gardens, flowers, and provision of irrigation mainly in South India, there was nothing special about agricultural development. The peasants became disinterested in agriculture because of large sum extracted from them as peasantry or tax. Respected viewers, we will listen to the next portions in the next upcoming videos.